Hi, everyone. So, I wanted to talk a little bit today about how you could build wealth and how the wealthy actually maintain that wealth and pass it down from generation to generation. So, it's a little bit of something called the Rockefeller Formula. And what that is using a whole life insurance policy as your family's bank. So, if you've never heard of life insurance or you're too scared to look into life insurance, I highly recommend that you do. I am a licensed life insurance broker, so I've been well trained and well educated on this. And I just feel like a lot of people, especially millennials and people of a different, let me say immigrants, because I'm an immigrant, don't know about this. So we all come to this country and we're not educated on how, we know, okay, yeah, go to school and then you get hired and then you work and you work and you work. But no one is actually educating these people, this subset of people here in America, how to actually keep the money and pass it down from generation to generation to generation. That's what the Rockefeller family has been able to do. That's what JCPenney, that family, has been able to do with this coronavirus. That's what Walmart has been able to do. And they're actually pumping in $43 billion into their family trust. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm just letting you know that this is something the wealthy have been educated about, have been trained about. They paid a lot of money to be able to know this information. And they're hiring people with the kind of license I have to tell them that. So I'm doing my own duty to educate my community and let people know that there is a way. See, most immigrants have a very strong work ethic because when you're leaving your country, everyone is looking up to you. They're like, wow, you're going to go to America and you're going to be great and you're going to have all this money and you're going to come back home and take care of us and make life better for us. So when people come here to America, the point of it is, hey, the last memory I have of leaving home is people telling me I need to come back and take care of them. I need to come back and help, even if it's so hard. These people are working like 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just to send something back home. And they work till they die because they work so much. They don't rest. They get this big home so they can go back home and show people that they've made it in America. They're paying crazy mortgage. They get this big cars that they pay huge sums of car notes on. Those are not building wealth. Those are actually liabilities. And at the end of the day, you haven't saved any money. So when you get sick or you have a heart attack or something, God forbid, but you die, that money-making machine stops with you. You didn't plan for your future, for your children's future, for your grandchildren's future, and even the people depending back at home, people depending on you. So what is the point of all this? Because there's no education there. We all come here, go to school. They train you formally to be able to go and work for somebody else and build their own wealth system. And then they keep on building their family wealth or their family trust. And they don't tell you what they're doing. Walmart hires so many people around the world, and yet they don't educate people on how they are able to keep that wealth going. Do you know that also McDonald's, when the guy was starting, he actually loaned money from his life insurance to, start McDonald's off? Do you know JCPenney did the same thing? He borrowed some money against his life insurance policy to start off. Even Disney There will be no world. Maybe there will, maybe a little bit later or a little bit different. But he actually borrowed money from his life insurance policy to be able to start Disney that we know today. And as Disney, every year they're bringing up new locations, new additions to their theme parks and everything. This is all made possible with life insurance. And that is what my mission is now, because I'm on the mission of building wealth and I want people to know about it. Okay, so this is what I want to do. There's something called whole life insurance. Even the IUL, Index Universal Life Insurance, they do the same thing. So you get the life insurance policy. Let's say you get $1 million, just so you're starting off your generation on a good start. And don't be scared for the numbers, guys. When I say $1 million and you're paying it monthly, depending on your age and your health, it could be, it's not even as crazy as you think. You're not paying like crazy amount of money every month. So you get this life insurance policy, let's say for $1 million, right? And let's say they tell you, okay, all you have to do is just pay $300 to get this life insurance. If something happens to you, your family or your beneficiary, whoever you say should get this money, they get the whole $1 million. It could be more than one person, okay? It could be your husband, your wife, your children, your aunt, whoever you want to list on there, okay? The significant other, it doesn't matter. So anything happens, you give them, they take that $1 million and they use it for whatever. That's what the simple people do who have life insurance. Now, let me tell you what the wealthy do. They get the life insurance. You tell them, okay, you pay $300 monthly for your premium. Guess what they do? Because they're so educated, because they've been educated by someone like me, they now overfund their life insurance policy. What does that mean? They put more money in it. So let's say they say, you know what? I want to put $500 in every month instead of $300. So that way my cash value builds quickly. So that in a few years' time, or maybe in a few months' time, I could come back and borrow money against my policy. So let's say, okay, fine. Mr. Jones, you want to go ahead and pay $500 to your policy instead of $300? Great. Now your insurance is going to be overfunded, which is good because you're putting more money so that the cash value in your insurance can grow faster. And now when you come back and you want to borrow money to start a business, you want to pay off a debt, you want to pay off your mortgage, credit card bills, student loans, you go in, hey, my mortgage is $300,000. I want to get money out of my insurance policy. Guess what? It's your insurance policy. You get the money out, they pay that bill. Okay, you come back. Hey, I got student loans, $150,000. I want to take some out from my life insurance policy to do that. Okay, Mr. Jones, you just signed this contract here. We'll give you $150,000 loaned against your policy. Now, because it's staying loaned, because obviously your money hasn't built that much. You haven't actually put $150,000 in there or $300,000 in there by paying $500 every month. Like if you multiplied, it'll take you a while to actually have put that amount of money in your life insurance policy. But because life insurance is so great, they take your money, whatever you're putting in every month, and invest it, and it grows faster. And the insurance company, they've been doing this for a long time, so they know how to invest your money to where you're not losing 0% like the stock market right now. Your money grows, right? And they have so many clients and customers that it kind of bounces around everybody, and it's to where everybody's in a safe place. So now guess what? You come back, hey, I got this business idea. I need $200,000. Hey, okay, Mr. Jones, you go ahead and take $200,000. Now, if you subtract that, you've in total, let's say Mr. Jones has borrowed $650,000 from his life insurance policy so far. God forbid anything happens to Mr. Jones and he dies, his family is still entitled to get the sum of $1 million minus $650,000 that Mr. Jones borrowed. okay? That's why it's called borrowed, because now when you pass away, your family's going to get whatever is left minus what you used while you were alive, right? And not only is this life insurance, but it's also like it has living benefits. So God forbid you come down with a serious illness, like cancer, stroke, or something, where all your cash is now tied up. You can't work anymore. Your family's taking care of you. Everybody's running out of money. And you'd be like, you know what? I have $1 million policy. Let me go ahead and cash out some of this money. You can borrow up to 90%. So you could be alive using $900,000 to take care of yourself. You could go into a nursing home or a long-term care. They take care of you so your family doesn't have to worry about all that. That's what life insurance does, people. This is the benefit of it. And people just think when you're talking about life insurance, you're planning to die soon. Well, guess what? Death is coming anyways for everybody. All of us have an expiration date. But keep in mind, not everybody dies at the same time. You do leave people behind that depend on you. And it is very easy when you actually leave something behind for them that they could all understand and it's all organized. Now, another aspect of this is not only does the wealthy have life insurance and they overfund it, but now they create a family trust, an entity. They create this family trust that now becomes the beneficiary of their life insurance. What does that mean? So now, Mr. Jones passes away. The money that's supposed to go to his family goes into a family trust. And now this trust is sitting there. So you have advisors over that trust. They take this money, they invest the money, they grow it more. And whoever is in the family, if they need money, they borrow against the money instead of going to the bank, and they pay it back into the trust so that this way it goes down from generation to generation to generation. But guess what? Now, Mr. Jones's family is not asking for what is your credit score? Bring your financial statement. How much do you make? Balance and loss. So, all that profit and loss statement. Because you're in that family and because the family has structured it in such a way that it's a family trust and is organized, there's an advisor looking over it, the attorney has cleared it or whatever. You've done all this. You've put all this in place before, the good Lord calls you home. That is a proper way to structure a life insurance policy, providing wealth that goes down from generation to generation to generation. We're not just looking after the grandkids. We're trying to make sure that the great grandkids are good. The great grandkids are good. And like that. Now, your family, the 5th, 6th, 7th generation talking about old money. So that is what the wealthy don't tell you. And that is how they structure it. It's something you just have to do. It's a process. But the one time after you set it up and it's all good and you have it set up, it's something you don't have to worry about anymore. Because death can come anytime and you're good. If anything happens to any of your investments or you lose your job or like things happen, you're good because you already have a plan in place that's taking care of you. 401k doesn't do this. 401k doesn't build wealth. Instead, you could roll your 401k into a plan like this, of annuity, life insurance, whatever, and have tax-free money growing for you. Because as every year goes by, taxes will increase. So if you plan to retire in 20 years, 30 years, you're going to be paying more taxes then than you will be today. So I normally advise people, hey, if you're cool, go ahead and pull your money out today. Pull it out early, get taxed today, but then put it into a different vehicle that's tax-free, that builds wealth, that's after taxes. Because they've taxed that money, so they can't come back and tax it again. So just think about that. I really just want to put this out there. I want to educate my community. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm on Instagram as Dr.Ndidi. That's Dr.N as in Nancy, Didi. So Reach out to me. Go on the website www.avimsystems.com. That's Avim, A-V as in Victor, I-M as in Mary, systems.com. I appreciate you for listening. Have a great night.